Hello students, as I have told you in the last topic that during the Central Islamic lands with the origin of Islam as well as the development of Islamic culture, tradition and the Islamic values, the time of learning and reading, writing, the different languages and the literature in different regions of the Central Asia. This was also continuing with the development of Islamic states and Islamic religion. So, within the topic learning and culture in the Central Islamic land, the religious scholars which were called ulema and the knowledge of Islam was known as the ilm, and this was the derived from Quran and the model behavior of the Prophet, which was only the way to know the will of God and provide guidance in this world. In most regimes, the rulers of his officials dealt routinely with matters of the state security and sent only selected cases to the qazis or the judge. The qazi, appointed by the state in each city or locality, often acted as an arbitrator in disputes rather than as a strict enforcer of Sharia. As I have told you that the Sharia was the laws or rules which were adopted from the religious speech or religious guidelines of the Islam, and a group of the religious minded people in medieval Islam known as the Sufis sought to deeper and more personal knowledge of God through asceticism or rahbaniya or the mysticism. These Sufi sants were modified and they followed the some Islamic traditions, rules, laws, and the way of worshipping, as well as they have also developed their personal knowledge related to the God and related to the social and social behavior. And most of the occasions they were living and they were performing some activities with the mysticism. The ideas of pantheism and love, this was the base of their mysticism. Pantheism is the idea of oneness of God and His certain, which implies that the human soul must be united with its maker. The unity with God can be achieved through the intense love for God, or that was the called ishq, which the women saint Rabia of Basra preached in her poems. And these Ishqiya Sufi songs were, and Ishqiya Sufi pattern was also spreaded in the eastern Islamic states, same as the devotion to the God and the self concerns or sama to induce ecstasy and stimulate emotions of love and passions. This was called the fana, or the submerging the self in God. So this fana was also introduced by the Sufi saints, and Sufism is open to all, regardless of religious affiliation, status, and gender. The Arabic scholars as well as the other Islamic scholars were also taking the knowledge from the ancient Greek and Roman Empire. The works of Aristotle, the elements of Euclid and Ptolemy's Almagest were the brought to the attention of Arabic reading scholars. Indian works on astronomy, mathematics, and medicines were also translated into Arabic during the same period. These works reached Europe and kindled interest in philosophy and science. The study of the new subjects promoted critical inquiry and had a profound influence on Islamic intellectual life. Philosophers, which were called falsifa, posed wider questions and provided fresh answers. Ibn Sina, the time period was 1980 to 1037, a doctor by profession and a philosopher, did not believe in the resurrection of the body of the day of judgment. And this was made with strong opposition from the theologians. His medical writings were widely read. The most influential was Al-Qunun fil Tib, or the Canon of Medicines, a million-word manuscript that lists 760 drugs sold by the pharmacists of his day and includes notes on his own experiments conducted in hospitals. The canon was used as a textbook in Europe, where the author was known as Avicenna, or the just before his death, the scientist and poet Umar Khayyam was said to be the reading the canon. His gold toothpick was found between two pages of the chapters on metaphysics. The most popular poetic composition of pre-Islamic origin was the Odi or Qasida, developed by the poets of the Abbasid period to glorify the achievements of their patrons. Poets of Persian origin revitalized the reinvented Arabic poetry and challenged the cultural hegemony of the Arabs. Abu Nuwas, who was the Persian origin, broke new ground by composing classical poetry on new themes such as the wine and the male love, with the intention of celebrating pleasure forbidden by Islam. By the time the Arab conquered Iran, Pahlavi, the language of the sacred books of ancient Iran, was in decay. A version of Pahlavi known as New Persian with a huge Arabic vocabulary. The formation of the sultanates or the sultanates in Khurasan and Transoxiana took New Persian to great cultural heights. The Samanid court poet Rudki was considered the father of the new Persian poetry, which include new forms such as the short lyrical poems, which are called the ghazal, and the quatrains or the rubai, plural rubaiyat. The rubai is a four-line stanza in which the first two lines set the stage, the third is finally poised, and the fourth delivers the point. So, this system of the poems or the new way of singing, that is known as the ghazal, is continuing nowadays also, and it has a large popularity or the great popularity among the large mass or population of the world, especially the Asian and the Central Asian regions. Ghazal is very common, and it is sung by a category of the poets and singers. It can be used to express the beauty of a beloved, praise a patron, to express the thoughts of the philosophers. The Rubai reached its zenith in the hands of Umar Khayyam during the time period of 1048 to 1131. Also, an astronomer and mathematician who lived at various times in Bukhara, Samarkand, and Isfahan.